Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, if you're white, do you realize, pursuant to a white psychoanalyst, it is a parasitic condition? We have a parasitic condition, and there's no cure for it. Now you know why I'm calling for July to be White Male Heterosexual Month. We have to fight back. We are all afflicted with this parasitic condition called whiteness, and there is no cure. 674% increase this year on illegal border crossings. 600. Folks, that's not double. That's not triple. That's not quadruple. That's not quintuple. That's whatever 6 times plus is. And Kamala Harris goes down to Guatemala and says, the border's closed. The border's closed. And don't come. Don't come. The hot dog. You know, folks, I made a joke yesterday about the apple pie. Apple pie is racist. They trace the crust back to slavery. Apple pie is racist. Well, I said the hot dog's going to be next. Well, my good buddy, Randy McCaffrey, pointed out to me, he goes, dude, the hot dog's definitely gone. It is a patriarchal phallic symbol. The hot dog is definitely going to get canceled. I said, oh my God, Randy, how did I miss that one? So I'm here to declare right now, before it even starts, that they're coming for the hot dog. Think about it. The shape of the hot dog, it's doomed, done, over with. Homeless travel to L.A. I've never heard of such a thing, but apparently homeless people get treated in L.A. so good that homeless people in other parts of the country are coming to L.A. to hang out. Now, it begs the question, how are they getting there? Are they hitchhiking? Are they, selling enough bottles and cans to get on a Greyhound bus? I don't know. But apparently, L.A. County Sheriff's Department reports that there's a huge influx of people, homeless people from other parts of the country coming to hang out in L.A. I always did say this, if I was homeless, I would definitely go to Florida. I mean, come on, sleep on the beach or sleep in the cold. I'd say beach. Virginia mom, this is a great story. This Virginia mom lit up the Virginia School Board. Her name is G. Van Fleet. She escaped from Maoist China, and she says that, she goes, this is unbelievable. I can't really just say what I mean, even though the other side can say whatever. To me and a lot of Chinese, it's heartbreaking that we escaped communism and now we experience communism here. That from a communist China immigrant. That's why it's called the American Communist 10. Isn't that amazing? What a great spokesperson for us. Someone who escaped communism speaking out to that school board. And of course you got all these, white liberal school board members who have a parasitic condition called whiteness. Boss, Jill. All right, Joe goes to European trip. There's going to be lots of gaffes over there. There's going to be. But the latest, Biden was goofing off when Jill was giving a speech, and Jill scolded him, told him to pay attention, just like a school teacher. Boss Jill, who did I say is running this president? Jill, Susan Rice, and Kamala. They're running Joe. Come on, Joe, pay attention. Biden actually claimed yesterday that climate change is the greatest U.S. security threat. And he said the Joint Chiefs of Staff back in the Obama years told him that. Yeah, Obama's Joint Chiefs of Staff. You believe that? Climate change. Now, I'm not saying, let's say climate change really happened to where we had a global issue of people fighting over water and all that. I get that. That's down the road. Give me a break. China, Russia, North Korea, Iran, domestic terrorism, Hamas. they're not a bigger security threat right now than climate change? Give me a break, Joe. He's drank the Kool-Aid. Biden is reversing all the TikTok executive orders that Trump did to protect our national security. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Joe lets it roll. You watch. Joe and Hunter are going to start a TikTok channel and make billions. Speaking of Hunter, I want to comment two more things about good old Hunter Biden. Number one, how does Joe Biden reconcile Hunter's use of the N-word when he says we have his own son, who's the smartest guy in the world? And the second thing I want to talk about is, this blows me away. Think about it. This is the guy, Hunter Biden, that the American Communist 10 protected in the 2020 election. The media especially. Jack Dorsey said it was a mistake. This guy, and they were trying to capture on video, Trump saying the N-word. Donald Trump Jr. is right. Can you imagine if the Trump kids had those same emails, those same texts, the same context, and that was a Trump kid? Can you imagine? It's unbelievable. Hunter Biden is a racist to the core. Core. Joe Biden wants to purchase 500 million Pfizer doses and donate them to other parts of the world. Now, I got to say this. If it's in our national interest to do that in certain countries, I get it in a way. Can you imagine how much money Pfizer makes when the United States buys 500 million doses? I want a spry member, outgoing member of the Bulldog Nation, somebody who's got some gumption to do that calculation. I don't know what a Pfizer dose costs, but I'd like the calculation what 500 million doses of the Pfizer would cost. Crazy. IRS leaking stuff all the time. Even the billionaires have a right to their privacy with the IRS. I'm not somebody that thinks there should be a double standard. You got all these leaks coming out of the IRS. Can you imagine if the IRS leaked your tax information to the world? How pissed off would you be? Just more of the swamp. Zuckerberg. It comes out Zuckerberg, who's telling us about community standards and everything else. His foundations and whatnot spent $51 million in Georgia on the elections. Now, he's impartial. He's not impartial. The Democratic Congress, the majority they have in the Senate, is thanks to Mark Zuckerberg. You think they're going to do anything to Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook? Hell no. They owe the Senate majority, the slim as it is, to Mark Zuckerberg. Big phony. Hope next time he throws one of those spears and it backfires on him or something. You watch. Zuckerberg doing anything remotely athletic is kind of creepy looking, isn't it? I think Zuckerberg would screw up croquet. I got to ask you this question. And I'm pro-police. But doesn't it make you wonder why in the hell, to this day, and I know there's been some judicial watch requests and whatnot, open records gets, we don't even know the name. We vilify these cops for shooting black people, black men, whether they deserve it or not. We can't even get the name of the D.C. officer who shot and killed Ashley Babbitt. Why? Doesn't that bother you? Isn't that interesting? Can you imagine if Ashley Babbitt was black? Holy cow. That officer would have already been hung at Lafayette Square from the Andrew Jackson statue. That liberal real estate agent, I think she's from out in California, who's talking about racism, hates whites, claims that she thinks real estate listings ought to put who are the gun owners in the neighborhood. You know how you have to register as a child pedophile? Well, she wants gun registration. Can you imagine? Well, this guy owns a gun, that guy owns a gun, that guy owns a gun. Yeah, there goes some more privacy. That makes lots of sense, doesn't it? Obama has decreed that if you oppose his opinion, but you know how he is, he's the king of the world. If you oppose his opinions about police, then you're a racist. He just declares it. I hate that guy. Hate that guy. Our first metrosexual president. GOP voters love Trump. The poll goes out that says everybody likes Trump style better than Pence style. Imagine that. Republican Party faithful have had enough of McConnell's and McCain's and Romney's and Cheney's and Bush's and the rest of them. It's why he got elected in the first place. Remember, Trump ran in 2016 against all the establishment guys, including old Jeb. I bet to this day, Jeb Bush is like, what the hell happened? No energy Jeb. Protest was broken up, not because of Trump's Bible. Another piece of fake news. Another piece of fake news. And the fake news also came out about there wasn't, in Spokane, Washington, students weren't ordered to pick cotton. I mean, it's unbelievable. Trump has a right to be pissed off time and time again. The square got all cleared out just for Trump's photo op with the Bible. No, it didn't. Report comes out, total lie. Trump is the most vilified, unfairly, hell, not just president, maybe person in American history by the American Communist 10. Republican Byron Donalds says he doesn't get invited to black caucus meetings. He and the other black Republican. I find this very interesting, and it just proves that the liberal agenda is more important than race. Even, why can't the liberal blacks say, well, let's get your voice in here. You're black. You should be part of the caucus. Let's hear what you have to say. Let's be fair to him. No. Block him out. Block him out. Google. You know what? I don't agree with too much that comes out of Columbus, but I agree with Yost's lawsuit that Google should be considered a public utility. As you know, I've been railing over and over that these big tech companies need to be treated like government, where they do not have the protections that they have because they're like government. So I hope Google loses that one. With the current Supreme Court, maybe not. But by the time the case gets to the Supreme Court, maybe so. Last but not least, Jim Renacci is running against Mike DeWine. And since my good friend, and she knows it all, Linda Caudell's for Jim Renacci, I'm for Jim Renacci too. So go vote for Jim Renacci against Mike DeWine. If all the Trump supporters go against DeWine, he's done. And how does any Trump supporter ever support Michael DeWine? This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.